Also at the expo, we talked about the spring planting outlook with the backdrop of an expected acreage shift to less soybeans and wheat and more corn. Joining us is DT meteorologist Bryce Anderson. And Bryce, we want to talk about the spring planting outlook. We came out of the fall wet. Is it going to be a wet spring?
Sure looks that way, Michelle, and the big feature is especially going to be over the central and eastern corn belt. We know that there are some areas of the belt where soil moisture is at either surplus or record levels, and it's not going to take very much to cause the ground to stay wet and bring on some field work delays with the likelihood that it's going to be on the cool side, especially over the first half of the season.
Meanwhile, what does that mean for the western corn belt? Will we get in on time?
I think we're going to be still a little bit late just because of the temperature trend. I do think that the overall precip pattern is going to be a little bit less heavy here in the western belt, and so that should help things out in terms of our field work schedule for this year.
We're still watching South American weather as well. We started off too dry in Brazil, too wet in Argentina, but a little more favorable now.
The Brazil pattern has become a lot wetter and a lot more favorable, especially for the second corn crop, the safrinha corn crop in Brazil. It's being planted now in mid to late February. They are going to see ample soil moisture, it looks like, and very favorable for getting that crop going. And Argentina, meanwhile, is turning a little bit drier, but they have very large soil moisture supplies to help them through any dry spell, and the temperatures have not been at all excessive in Argentina.
We have seen the Brazilian production estimates down to as low as, say, 112 million metric tons, but it looks like now we should be stabilizing, right?
I think things have pretty well been dialed back to where they're going to not change a whole lot in Brazil from now on.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, DT and meteorologist Bryce Anderson.